Yo, what's up, gentlemen? In today's video, I'm going to be reacting to a pretty cool video. So I was scrolling on YouTube and I found this video called I asked out 100 girls on a date to get over my fear of rejection, and this is what I learned. And I want to talk about this video. I haven't watched it yet, so we'll see what I think about it. But I think that just in general, getting volume of approaches in to reduce your approach anxiety, to reduce your fear of rejection, and just get over the fact that, like, yeah, girls are going to reject you. Girls are going to reject you. Hopefully this is the lesson that he learns, because at the end of the day, like, there's some guys that do take rejection like, oh my God, like, my life is over. I'm never going to be the same again. I'm going to jump off a cliff. This is the worst thing that's ever happened. This 120-pound girl rejected me, and that says everything about me as a man that I need to know. It's all good. It's all over. I'm dead. I'm done. But hopefully this is not what happens to this guy. So let's get into the video. So before we get into it, like and subscribe down below. Also, let me know in the comments, do you want to see me react to more dating advice or dating content in general? I have a few videos lined up that I think I might react to. Just let me know if you guys want to see that from me.
Hi, I'm Sam, and I'm Asian. Now, if you're Asian like me, you might have heard of spam. No, not that spam, you idiot. I'm talking about shy, passive Asian males. Indicators of being a spam include being too shy to talk to girls, being 6 feet tall, and excessively wearing dry fit shirts.
Really, bro? I'm 6'1".
This is actually true. I've coached a lot of guys that are shy Asian dudes that don't know how to talk to girls, and they have no reason not to be. Like, they're 6 feet tall, they're attractive dudes, specifically, like, not just guys that are like either like Vietnamese or Chinese or Korean like backgrounds, but like guys that are also Indian backgrounds. Like a lot of guys, especially if you come over from the East to the US, you come over into Europe or whatever. I've coached a lot of guys like that, and it's pretty hard to like get confidence. Like it's hard to like get over fear of rejection. I don't know if it's like upbringing, culture, or whatever, but it's definitely a thing. Definitely a lot of Asian guys lack confidence. I've had a lot of Asian clients in the past. I can definitely agree with this, even though I'm not Asian.
All jokes aside, I really was a spam growing up. No one really ever told me I was attractive, and all the people that I thought looked super attractive on television, they looked nothing like me. So I basically grew up never talking to girls. Now that was normal in middle school, and that was tolerated in high school.
Okay, I actually want to talk about this too, because if you never talk to girls, especially if you're in a position where you only see girls on the internet, well, just people in general, not just girls, you only see people that are like not looking like you know, like only white people or like only like black guys that are like, you know, famous athletes and shit. When you only see that, it's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I'm not represented as like being attractive at all, and so I'm gonna really struggle, and you're gonna assume that. It's not like a crazy thing to assume that like you wouldn't be attractive. And honestly, like, the fact is, like, I've worked with clients in the past that are Asian, like I've said, and the fact is you do actually have to work harder as an Asian guy than like more than a white guy or a black guy, especially on dating apps. You do have to work harder, just straight up. Good to like assume that this guy's like actually doing something about it.
But now I'm a grown college student, and I've never been on a date in my life. If only there was a way to change that.
I go on too many dates, but I can't make them stay.
In order to ask out 100 girls, I need to find 100 girls. Beggars can't be choosers, so I don't care what they're like as long as they're 18 and up. So what's a good place to find girls 18 and up? A college. We're going back to college. Actually, we're already at college. We just need to find someone to ask out.
Would you go on a date with me?
No,
Why?
I'm a lesbian.
Okay, so first thing is that he's just doing volume. He's just like, because I'm like skimming through right now, he's like already asked out one girl. He's like just doing massive volume. And so this is actually fine. If you're new to this, especially if you're a younger guy, whatever, and you're like asking girls out just all the time, it's fine to go through this phase where you're like, hey, do you want to go on a date with me? Do you want to go on a date with me? Do you want to go on a date with me? Eventually, he's going to want to get to a point where he has like some help. Like, he knows what he's doing. If he doesn't make changes to his process and he just continues for the, I'm actually curious. He might change like his process as he goes from person number 1 to woman number 100, where he like asks them out. Maybe he'll flirt a little bit. Maybe he'll have like a good time with them. But if he just asks out 100 girls, he might get a date out of it, but it probably won't be the best. Whereas like if he had like a proper process behind it, like what I teach in the course or whatever, he would actually like have, I think, a much better chance. But let's see what he does.
Why?
I'm a lesbian.
Let's try that again. Would you go on a date with me?
We're kind of, yeah.
Third time's the charm, right?
I don't know you, so no.
I can't just be like, all right, let's like, go out.
I'm gonna go like maybe every 10 I'll give like a review.
No.
Is there anything I could do to convince you otherwise?
If you can show me in my dimension you're a strong person.
Let's go find number 6.
Realistically, no, because I'm interested in someone else.
Is there anything I can do to convince you otherwise?
Maybe like give me like $1 million.
You do realize I ate spam out of the can like a minute ago, right?
Would you go on a date with me?
I probably wouldn't.
Now at this point, Sam started to lose what little confidence he had coming in. You would think that rejection gets...
Okay, so before he gets into like this little skit, this is really, really funny. I love this video, to be honest. He's already starting to change his process a little bit. And I'm curious to see by the end if he's learned a ton. I hope he does, because, you know, you go from like steps 1 through 4, or, you know, asking out the girls 1 through 4, and it's like, oh, why not? Like just asking. And then now he's like, what can I do to convince you otherwise? And obviously like that's needy or whatever, but this is like a cool, like, I don't know, it's cool. Like, you know, I see this and I was like, oh man, I was 18 one time and like I had never been on a date really, and like I didn't know how to talk to girls, and like I don't know, it's like endearing to watch this. It's pretty funny.
It's easier the more it happens, but he just started to feel worse. To be honest, he was ready to give up, admit that this was a failed video, and just go home. But his whole life, he'd always heard the phrase, 8th time's the charm, so he decided to give it one more try.
Would you go on a date with me?
Yeah. I mean, you seem very straightforward, and
My man.
I'd be down to go on a date with you if ever.
Hello, I'm Sam's translator.
My man. Okay, so cool. I'm super stoked for this, actually. So really fucking cool. So what I want you to notice about girl number 8 is that he's just like super straight up. Like that's all it takes. Sometimes all you have to do is just be really straight up and straightforward. Like I'll show some of my text messages to some of my clients, and especially when they get access inside the course and they're like, oh yeah, like, wait, you're way more straight up than I thought you'd be. Like I'll just message girls like, hey, what's up? I want to take you out. I'll just message them that straight up, and it works a lot of the times. Like girls are just down to go on dates with you. Like turns out if you're watching this and you're like, oh man, girls don't like me, it's like, yeah, well, I mean, dude, if you just find a girl that's cute and you just ask out enough of them and you're straight up and honest about it, like you're going to get one yes, you know? And she might not be the hottest girl. She might not be the girl that you would ideally be dating, but everyone's got to start somewhere. Sam is starting somewhere, and I'm proud of Sam. Dude, he's fucking crushing it. So he's got 1 yes out of 8, which is actually pretty good. 1 divided by 8. 12.5%. Goddamn right. All right, I'm a genius. Big brain. 1 out of 8. He's doing well so far. She said that she liked that he's straightforward. Just like, let that fucking sink in. Let that sink in, guys. Like, she likes it when he's straightforward. I like you. I want to take you out. And he says it with confidence, too. Like, let's go back. He's, like, done it so many times, like, fuck it. And then he just, like, sits there, right?
8th time's the charm, so he decided to give it one more try.
Would you go on a date with me?
Yeah. I mean, you seem very straightforward, and I'd be down to go on a date with you if ever.
Hello, I'm Sam's
man.
translator. If you recognize my voice, it's probably because I serve as Sam's narrator and also as Sam himself. Now, in case you didn't know, English is not his first language. It's actually idiot. So when he says,
Cool.
what he really means is, holy crap, why did she say yes to me? You are too attractive. Please take it back. Please take it back. I'm not worthy of your love. And to make things worse, he could have just walked away. But you know what he did? He immediately asked out the girl sitting right next to her. This guy's an idiot.
Would you go on a date with me?
Yes, I like how you approached me.
Wow, I feel you guys are too kind. You guys are too kind today. You guys are way too.
Confidence.
Now Sam has 3 options.
My man. Okay, so I don't know what his 3 options are, but just the fact that like he doesn't give a fuck. The fact that Sam does not care. He's like, can I take you out on a date? And he's just doing it. I mean, first of all, he's doing it for content, right? He's doing it because it's fun. So you can tell he's doing it for the video, which means he's not doing it because he wants something from the girl. The reason he's getting these results is because he's outcome independent. He's realized, wait, I'm just doing this for a video. And now girls are saying yes. And he's saying it with confidence because he doesn't care if the girl walks away. The only way you can have true confidence is if you actually are okay with the girl walking away. This is really, really cool to see. This is awesome.
Here. He could either go on a date with girl number 8 or a date with girl number 9, or he could go date both of them. You know what he did?
Both.
He walked away to find girl number 10 because he was way too nervous.
Would you go on a date with me?
Yes.
Here's your chance, Sam. You've learned from your mistakes with girls 8 and 9. Now's your chance to
Currently, I
schedule
have
a real date. Wait,
boyfriend.
what?
If I didn't have a boyfriend, I'd go on a date with you.
Today's a no. I'm not in a mental state right now.
I feel like if we talked first and I liked like what we were talking about, then yeah.
What do you want to talk about right now?
I have a girlfriend.
Would you go on a date with me?
Okay, bro.
What do you want to talk about right now?
I have a
Okay, bro. How do you not know? Dude, you walk up to her in 2 seconds, you know she has a girlfriend, bro. That's just a rookie mistake. Maybe once he's 150 approaches in, maybe he'll realize that, yo, girls that look like this, they have girlfriends, or at least they don't like guys. they just don't. I have like a crazy tell for this, but this one's obvious. This one's incredibly obvious, dude. Also, by the way, if you didn't get the numbers of girls 8 and 9, then the reason is because he's nervous, and that's actually normal. Like, the amount of times I've even had clients have really good interactions where either the girl's like ready to go home with them because of like, you know, I teach them the tactics and then they start applying it, and then the girl's ready to go home and they just don't know how to take it further, or like the girl's ready to give them their number. And like if the girl doesn't actively give you her number, like a lot of guys will just like let it go. And so an acronym that I like to do, it comes from sales, but it's called ABC. Always be closing. Always be closing when it comes to getting the girl's number. Never let a moment go by where you don't ask for the girl's number. And it doesn't matter if it's awkward. It doesn't matter if it's like a bad interaction. If it doesn't go well, if it's super boring, just be like, hey, can I get your number? Like, even if it's weird, like, hey, you know, could I get your number, please? Or whatever. Like, no matter how weird you have to be about it, just absolutely do it.
girlfriend.
Would you go on a date with me? Now hold up. She may be laughing. It's not a no.
What about somewhere in UCSD?
Would you say yes if I said somewhere in UCSD?
Sure, why not?
Told you.
I usually
Yo, so this is a good lesson. I'm not going to show all of them probably because this video would just be too long. But when she's laughing because she's excited about it. A lot of guys, especially, I mean, you can see this from Sam. Like, he's probably assuming that everyone watching is like, oh, she's laughing, so she's just not into me. But actually, like, when a girl laughs, when you ask her out on a date, like, hey, I'm going to take you out, and she starts like laughing like hysterically, it's a shit test. Like, she's laughing because she's nervous. She's laughing because she isn't sure. And she's like, ha ha ha. Like, I want to go out with you, but like, I'm nervous, I'm shy. And like, you can tell she's like really excited about it. This is the face. This right here that you're looking at, this is the face of a girl that is very excited to go out with you. This is the face of a girl that is very excited that you approach them. When you make a direct approach for the first time in your life, 90% of the time, you're going to get a reaction like this. 9 out of 10 girls, maybe even less, maybe half of the women that you approach when you haven't done an approach before, if you just go, hey, what's up? I thought you were cute. I wanted to meet you. They're going to lose their shit and just start laughing, or they're just going to be so happy, even if they're not interested. Like, the interest is not super high. She's not super into him, but she's like, oh yeah, I like the confidence. I'm glad that you did that. So this is amazing. Sam, this video is awesome, bro. This video is awesome.
If I said somewhere in UCSD?
Sure, why not?
Told you.
I usually like to talk to people before I go on a date with them.
You're talking to me now. Is this a yes or a no?
No.
Well, your mom.
This is my boyfriend, so
Would you go on a date with me?
Sure, yeah, why not?
No.
I don't really know you. Depends on what kind of date it is.
What kind of date would you want to go on?
To get food, maybe?
Okay, I'm down.
Okay.
I don't trust people, guys who approach girls. I feel like that's a red flag. I've had a red flag with any guy who's ever done that. Like, you can approach, but not out of the blue. It's more of you're waiting in line. You're like, oh, have you tried this?
Oh.
So let me translate what she means here. She means if it doesn't feel forced, if it feels natural. So you can go up to her and completely out of the blue be like, hey, what's up? I know this is crazy random or whatever. I just want to meet you. My name's Tim. Hi. And you can introduce yourself like that. And as long as eventually it felt natural, as long as eventually the conversation felt normal, then it's fine. Or just give her a reason. Hey, I just saw you over here. I thought you were really cute. I wanted to meet you. Instead of just sitting down, right? You can just give her some sort of reason. That's translated. That's what she means. It's not a red flag to approach girls. It's actually just a red flag to make it seem forced and random. If it seems forced and random, sure, it can be a red flag. But don't let that stop you, because keep in mind, 1 out of 25 girls really liked, at least, that he approached, right? Like, none of them had like a terrible reaction. The only girl that said anything about guys that approach women is girl number 24, and that's it.
Well, have you tried this? Would you go on a date with me?
I have a girlfriend.
I'm talking to someone.
I'm pretty busy.
I have a boyfriend.
Boyfriend.
This guy's actually my boyfriend, so.
If I was single, I might be tempted, but
I mean, if you pay me enough, anything's possible.
Boyfriend.
I don't know you at all. I'm too emotionally attached to fictional characters right now.
Would you go on a date with me?
I don't really say no to that question. I don't have the best sense of personal safety, which probably isn't something I should be saying on the internet.
I have a boyfriend. I'm kind of talking to someone right now. I'm not interested in dating right now.
Would you go on a date with me?
Yes. I just don't really date.
Okay, I want to point out this one more thing with this girl. So when this girl's pausing, see that thinking? She's kind of looking to see how this guy reacts. If he stays cool, when there's silence like that and a girl's contemplating, just sit there. Just like pro tip.
I just don't really date. I have a boyfriend. Honestly, I'm kind of caught up in school.
Is that the honest truth?
Boyfriend.
Okay, he goes, is that the honest truth? And she's like, I don't know. And the reason is because it's not the honest truth. Like the boyfriend, the, hey, I'm seeing someone, I'm talking to somebody. A lot of times it is BS, and like, that's fine. You know, it's not that big of a deal. But you know, it is what it is. You'll get less of that as you get better at like approaching and talking to women. But this is his first like 50 approaches, so you can't expect him to like spark massive attraction in women like right off the bat, right?
No, because I also have a boyfriend.
He can also come.
I mean, he might. Like, he's pretty social.
Yeah, because I don't live here. Maybe we could like hang out a little before like going on a date.
Also, would you want to hang out?
Yeah, sure. But like the thing is, I have a boyfriend.
Well, would you look at that? We've
Would you want to hang out? Yeah, but I have a boyfriend, but I would go on a date if we hung out a little. Girls are wild. Girls are wild, man. Girls are wild.
It's the halfway point. I've been very busy trying to find people, so I haven't really been explaining my thoughts, but I've actually been learning a lot. My biggest lesson from the first half is that rejection doesn't really get any easier. Wait, excuse me, would you go on a date? Okay. All right.
I've had a lot of those, by the way. Like, those are not weird. When a girl just walks by you when you try to get her attention and she just walks by, happens. It just happens all the time. It's totally fine.
It still sucks being rejected, but the dopamine rush I get whenever someone says yes keeps me going, and I just realized I sound like a drug addict. But that being said, here's hoping that we find our heroine in the second half.
Would you go on a date with me?
You said you seen you asking like other people earlier, so I said I don't want a guy who's for the streets.
I have a boyfriend.
By the way, if a girl calls you out, like, hey, I saw you ask out this girl, I saw you ask out that girl, just be like, yeah, I did. I mean, you seem interesting though. And just completely ignore it. If you don't react, like the reason that he's like failing this test is because he gives this reaction of like, oh, you know, that's tough. You know, if you don't have that reaction, you're not getting caught doing anything. You're a big boy. You can do what you want. You're a big boy and you can do what you want. It's all good.
What if I took him out? Like, took him out.
Oh, that would give me even more reason not to.
But you wouldn't know it was me.
I would though.
How?
Because you just admitted
Oh,
it to me.
yeah.
Yeah, probably. A date is just a date, and I think a coffee is like something you can say yes to anyone to. Yeah, I mean, you seem fine.
Dang, girl, I think you fine too.
Yeah, sure. Be nice to like
Fine.
get to know you.
I feel like I'm a pretty boring guy.
Well, I don't know that yet, so.
Oh, true.
I'll have to find out, boyfriend.
I mean, I feel like I'd have to get to know you first.
Yeah.
I don't know, you seem like a nice person and you have a cool personality. You just approached me and then I think that was cool. Like nobody really does that.
That's 3 out of our past 5. Hopefully that means we're about to get a bunch of yeses and definitely not get embarrassed by our next girl.
So before he gets into girl number 58, which apparently like embarrasses him or whatever, that's not how it works. You know, it doesn't work like that to just, yeah, that means we're going to get a bunch of yeses in a row. It's like, no, dating is just like, it's this giant roller coaster, ups and downs all the time. And so if you just prepare for that, it's not that big of a deal, but just like be ready for it. Like girls are going to say no, girls are going to say yes. You're going to get a bunch of like, you're going to go on an absolute rampage for like a month, have like tons of dates, and then you're going on a dry spell for 3. Like, that's just how it happens sometimes. Sometimes you're focused on other stuff. Sometimes you're not putting in the right actions, whatever. Sometimes you don't have the right game plan. Doesn't really matter. Like, you're going to go through those dry spells. I've been through dry spells. It just happens.
Go on a date with me.
Well, no, it's weird because we were in the same high school.
Yes, you heard that right. She said we went to the same high school. She's wrong. We only went to the same middle school, but awkward.
No. I don't want to seem like I'm like making this up. I'm actually seeing someone too.
My rule is until May 19th when I take my MCAT, no boys.
I can wait until May 19th.
I would go on one date. Sure.
One day? What's the point of going on one date if I'm not gonna get the second one?
Do you want
This guy. Okay. So, like, I just want to point this out for you, Sam. If you're watching this, this is for you, okay? I'm going to give you the lesson that you needed. When a girl gives you a negative reaction, but she still says yes to the date, okay? Don't react. You're reacting so much, all right? So if Sam just chills a little bit and he's like, one date? All right, we'll make it 3. If he just said that, so much better. Just relax. Especially with, like, you know, if you go back to the girl that was like, oh, we went to the same high school or whatever. And he's like, awkward or whatever. It's not awkward. It's not awkward. It's only awkward if you think it's awkward, and just chill. This girl's really fucking cute. Holy shit. I feel like this girl's about to dash his dreams, potentially.
Yeah, go for it.
You're not my type.
What is your type?
Frat boy. Tall.
Am I not tall? I'm 6'1".
You're 6'1". Okay, maybe I can give you like half a date.
What the hell?
I gave up men for Lent, so unfortunately.
Okay, so when a girl says some shit, like first of all, I want to point this out. She has like flirty eyes. If he was a little cooler, the real thing that she is into is frat boys, which is like, she wants you to act more like a fuckboy. Girls that are hotter, notice that this is like one of the hotter girls that's been in the video. She wants more of a fuckboy. She wants a guy that has more experience, that knows what he's doing. All right? That is really what she wants. She wants a guy that is cool, that is relaxed. And any guy, even like a dorky Asian guy, can be relaxed and cool, right? He's got the, you know, he's tall enough or whatever. If he wasn't tall, but he was cool as fuck, I guarantee she's hooking up with guys that are like, I don't know, 5'8", that are in a frat, 5'6", that are in a frat, and they're cool as fuck. If you're actually super like masculine and strong with your personality, it doesn't really matter. It really doesn't.
Like half a date.
What the hell?
I gave up men for Lent, so unfortunately, no.
What the heaven?
I'm in a long distance relationship. Just got into a breakup. If you cracked a good line, I would definitely consider.
1 to 10, I think you're a 9, and I'm the one you need.
Oh, that's good. See, yeah, that would probably, I would definitely be like, sure, yeah.
All right, where are we going?
I'm so sorry. I got a shotty on the side, but yeah.
What?
I'm engaged.
Where's the ring? Where's the ring? Oh, okay, you actually have a ring. Is there anything I can do to change your mind?
No!
I prefer being single.
Maybe a different time. It's like not my time to be in a relationship right now. Right person, wrong time.
I don't really have time for boys right now.
I have never been on a date before.
You don't want me to be the first one?
I have a boyfriend.
Just got out of a relationship.
I have a boyfriend.
Right here, right there.
At this point, Sam had reached 14 straight rejections, the most he'd gotten so far. His insecurity started to creep in again, and he started to doubt if anyone would ever say yes to him again. But good thing money can buy everything.
Would you go on a date with me?
Are you gonna pay for my food?
Oh, good,
Sure.
good follow-up.
Sure. Okay, so I'm actually running out of time, so let's breeze through the rest of.
When it comes to paying for food, just always pay for the food, bro. Just go somewhere cheap, get some tacos, $10 per person. You're good to go. Grab a coffee, $3 a person. You're good to go. No matter how broke you are, you can afford dates.
There were a couple more no's.
I am into women.
I'm also into women.
I only have space in my heart for my cat.
I have a boyfriend. As friends, yeah.
That's not the question.
2 girls who were way too nice to me.
Yeah, I would. I like your personality.
Describe my personality.
You're good at taking sarcasm.
Yes. 30-second conversation we had before this. You're funny, and you can like actually hold a conversation.
Sam, you're pissing me off, all right? You're saying the girls are being way too nice to you. They're just being straight up. Like, they're just being honest. The quirky, like, oh, I'm not that cool, I kind of suck with girls, it's not attractive. Women want a man that's seasoned. They want a man that's well seasoned. You need to be that guy, no matter what. Even if you don't know what you're doing, just act like you do.
More no's.
I have a boyfriend.
No.
No. I just got my heart broken. No.
After getting to know you, maybe.
I have a boyfriend.
One girl who wants to date for content.
Okay, the fact that you asked me this low-key, this project is like cool, so like yeah, I would, because that's like interesting. Like people don't do interesting stuff like that.
So you just want to go on a date for content?
Well,
My last couple rejections.
I'm not mentally stable enough to.
No.
And we ended on a hot streak.
Yeah, but I am like maybe 5/8 of a lesbian.
Depends on what car you drive.
Oh,
I drive a Lexus.
Okay, we can work with that.
Where are we going?
Up to you. Where do you want to go?
McDonald's.
All right. Are you paying?
I can pay for McDonald's.
Okay, bet.
You require a Lexus car, but you want McDonald's.
Yeah, I mean, at least as long as you're paying for them now.
I like going on dates with random people.
You do this often?
No, like if they come up to me and ask me, like of course I'm gonna say yes. Like if they had the audacity to come up and ask me. And you look like my dad, kind of.
Yeah, you're confident.
Should we all just go on a date together?
Sure, thruple. Wait, quadruple.
Oh.
Minus number 97.
If you were single, would you go on a date with me? That leaves us with a 19% acceptance rate. That's it? Are you serious? Oh my. I knew I shouldn't have made this video. I knew I'd be too unlovable and no one would love me like that. I knew girls are too good for me.
No, Sam. That's not.
He's definitely trolling. I'm going to let it play out. I think he's definitely trolling. 19%, like obviously, you know, probably 10 of these girls or 14 of these girls are going to flake, but he's going to end up on 5 dates. Imagine a dork like this. I love you, Sam, but you're a dork. A dork like this can get on like 5 real dates. That's a date a day for like a whole work week. That's crazy. He could actually end up on these dates, especially if he knew the process. If he knew the process of how to like not only spark the attraction, then more girls would get on dates with him. And then eventually he would just get to the point where, you know, now it's like, okay, cool. So now I text the girl. I know how to text the girl. I know the process. I know how to set up the date. I know how to maybe escalate a little bit on the date. And then he's like closing the deal. Then he's getting laid 5 times in a week. It's possible, man. It's possible. It's possible for all you guys. Like this guy's dorky. I love him, but he's dorky as fuck. He also has like the high value of like, he's also kind of high value for like doing this as content though. So I think that's really important to note is like, he kind of is high value just because of like, you know, he has content, you know, the content, I think content aspect really makes him more high value. But yeah, it's still like definitely, he's still a dork, dude. So at the end of the day, like, you know, it doesn't matter like how cool it is that he's making the content, and that might have influenced some yeses. Like I would say he probably actually, if he followed through on it, which he might not be confident enough to do, if he followed through on it, he'd probably get on 3-4 dates. I mean, they'd probably be really awkward, but probably got on like 3-4 dates out of this, which is crazy because you can just keep asking girls out. It's not that hard.
True. And I'm not just saying that because I'm you. If you look at that number, you're right. 19% is pretty bad. But you have to remember that
19% is not bad. 19% is actually not bad.
3% said they weren't interested in dating anyone right now, not just you. That means you actually got 19 out of 37 interested women to say yes. That's over 50%. And these people, they don't even know who you are. Imagine how much more interest.
I hate to burst his bubble when he's off on this like roller coaster of like making himself feel better. But half the girls that said they were not interested in dating, they were absolutely either hooking up with somebody or they were interested in dating for the right guy. But like, and it's just their way of being nice. But, you know, like to be fair, you know, it's still like, you know, 19% straight up is actually just pretty good. Like, I don't know why he's like thinking that. I don't know. Maybe it's because of school. Like we have like a pretty scuffed way of looking at it. Like it's a failing grade to get a 50%. So.
Interested they'd be in you if they knew the kind and loving heart that you have inside. Okay, that's a lie. Your personality's kind of trash. But still, people...
Sam, stop with the quirky, your personality's trash thing. I actually, it's pissing me off. It's pissing me off.
Are willing to give you a shot. And all of those girls that said yes to you, they're way more attractive than you. Heck, these were girls you wouldn't even be able to say hi to before. And now you've got the chance to take them on a date? That's a crazy thing, Sam. But even that is missing the point. You got over your fear of rejection in a single day, and more importantly, learned to love who God created you to be. Even if every single girl said no, you've learned to love yourself, and that's what's most impressive, Sam.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
For real, man. You've grown as a person, asked out more girls in one day than most people do their entire life, and you've set yourself up for the future. Which reminds me, which one are you actually going to take out on a date?
What's up, guys? I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Dude, the answer, Sam, if you're watching this, I know this is months ago. You put this out months ago, but if you're watching this, take all of them out on a date. Take every single one of them. Those girls, they're also going on dates with tons of guys. Like, you might as well go on a date with all of them. Just take them all out, and like, it doesn't have to be serious. You don't even have to escalate. If you don't want to, have sex with multiple people, or you don't want to like kiss multiple people even, like, just literally get the experience. You watching this, or Sam, or whoever's watching this, you've seen that like just reps alone really, really help. And so you need reps on dates too. So you should take all of them out on a date, bro. And this goes for everyone watching this. If you're a young guy and you're like, oh, I don't want to take multiple girls out on dates. Dude, it's not a big deal. Take girls out on dates. I've like gone on dates like 3 in a day, like just go on tons of dates.
This is like one of my favorite videos I've ever worked on, so it would mean a lot if you left a like. But also, I hope it's an encouragement to you that if you're in a situation like me, where you're shy, you're scared to talk to people, and you think everyone else is just way more attractive than you, I hope you know that you never know how people are going to react. So go out there, shoot your shot, see what happens, and I don't know, maybe it's the beginning of a beautiful love story. That being said though, I have a date to go to, so I'll catch you guys later.
Would you go on a date with me?
My man.
Yeah. No. Hey, you from the boys in the streets, bro?
All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. That was an awesome video. It illustrated a lot of points, and I think I broke down as much as I could in that video in terms of like there were some shit tests in there. Like girls were shit testing him, he didn't even know it. If he just stayed cool and calm, collected, like things would have gone super, like way better for him. But in general, he got a lot of dates anyway, so who cares? Like he could have gotten like multiple dates out of that. I hated the humor about like, oh my God, I'm actually ugly, I'm not that attractive. Like that's really cringe, Sam, so stop that shit. Hate it. But other than that, like it was a really good video, man. Comment below if you want me to react to more videos like this. It was a really fun time. And like the video and subscribe. See you guys in the next one.